Hi, I'm Kelly Hushin. I am the editor of the e-tail blog, and I'm here with Michael Karns from Zazzle.com.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, how are you today?
Fine, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we are here in the exhibit hall, which is being set up right now, so please forgive any loud banging noises because that would be people constructing their booths. But I wanted to sit down just for a few minutes with you and talk a little bit about the presentation you're going to be giving about internationalizing your e-commerce platform and just some of the challenges that come with that, and some of your tips that you might offer to other people who are looking to do something similar. So if you could start just by explaining a little bit about what you do at Zazzle and kind of what the company is all about.
Yes, absolutely. So Zazzle is an online platform for the customization and creation of custom, one-of-a-kind, user-generated goods and products. It's where you can go to make a t-shirt or a bumper sticker or a coffee mug, a pair of sneakers, a skateboard, or any number of other objects and things. You can mix in your own unique designs, creativity, images, and the like. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what Zazzle does. And we decided about 2 years ago, just over 2 years ago, that we needed to expand our operations and our reach to coincide with our vision. Our vision is to redefine commerce powered by the world's imagination. And we took a step back and we noticed, it's hard for us to really do that if we only are communicating in English and we only are allowing people to interact with our website and pay for goods on our website with dollars, US dollars. So we decided that we would embark on this process of internationalization and localization of our website into different foreign markets.
Okay, very cool. So how are you approaching this whole idea of internationalizing the site? What is kind of the first step? How do you even approach such a strategy as an e-retailer?
Great first question, actually, and it'll be a major theme in my talk. The process of globalization of your business when e-retailing is really a two-step process. The first step is internationalization, and that involves laying the groundwork in the code structure, in the architecture of the website, in how your servers are set up and distributed around the world, how things work and interact behind the scenes. The second step, and it's built on top of the first step, is localization. So internationalization comes first, localization really comes second. And localization is much more of the visible parts, the more sexy stuff, things like translation, currency support, localized marketing, culturally specific marketing initiatives, things like that, things that you really think of, oh, they're an international website. Well, really it's a two-step process, and the first step, which in some instances is more important. It's the foundation upon which the localization step is built. So that's been Zazzle's experience with it, and I think it's worked very, very well for us. And I'm looking forward to sharing some of those successes and also the challenges tomorrow.
Sure. Now, could you give us a preview of maybe one or two successes or challenges?
Yeah. Well, we launched our first website in November. After deciding, November of 2008, after deciding just several months earlier that, okay, this is a project we're going to embark on. So we did all of those sort of less sexy, behind-the-scenes internationalization steps very, very quickly, but it was a huge project. I don't want to understate the level of investment we made to bring our code base into Unicode compliance, for example, and to lay the groundwork that since then has allowed us to build additional websites one after another on top of that robust internationalized structure. So I think the one challenge was that our code base was not internationalized to begin with. We didn't start back in 1999 and 2000 when we first started writing our very first lines of code. We didn't start with internationalization and globalization in mind, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake, and it meant that in 2008, when we did tackle the problem, we had to go back in and go through those kinds of code and,
Wow.
and fix that problem. We were able to do that very quickly, very efficiently, and without much cost, really.
Right.
And we were lucky that way because we have a lot of smart people working at Zazzle,
Right.
and we had done a lot of other things right. But it was a missed step very early on in our company's history, which was very early on in the e-retailing space in general.
Sure.
I think for any e-retailer starting now, they would be well served to begin with an international approach in mind.
That's a great point. And so basically, you've kind of shared something important, which is when you're starting out as an e-retailer and you want to think about your business strategy and your business plan, for years and years to come, if internationalization is something you want to get to eventually, you should definitely
Right.
start at the beginning. What do you think are, let's say, the top 3 things that you might want to think about as an e-retailer starting up with internationalization in mind?
Good question. So the very first is Unicode compliance.
Yes.
And Unicode, the ability to support character sets, foreign character sets, bidirectional character sets, et cetera, et cetera. Even if you think you'll never expand into an Asian market or an Arab language market, that Unicode compliance will serve you extremely well. The second would be to build a flexible currency support system, a flexible shopping cart experience, able to substitute in foreign payment options, foreign payment methods quickly and easily, and to be able to support different currencies. If your site has any sort of built-in affiliate system where you pay out referral commissions to members in some way or another, being able to pay out those different commissions in different foreign currencies is an important thing to keep in mind. If your site supports payments out to affiliates or partners, being able to support payments out to those affiliates or to those users in foreign currencies, not just to take money in foreign currency, but to be able to pay it back out again. Because you may have, if you grow your business into a global, worldwide business, and this is the World Wide Web, every company
Right.
really should have that at least somewhere in their mind or
Right.
in their DNA. And the third, I think, most important thing is to have company-wide buy-in very early on in the process. To have this international approach to your business, to have this international mindset, you need the buy-in from every different team member, even if your team is still very small at this stage, even if you only have 1 or 2 engineers and maybe 1 marketing guy. Everybody needs to be bought into the notion that business on the World Wide Web is international by definition. So getting that buy-in early and from everyone is I think, the third and perhaps most important.
Sure, almost always the most important step, right? No matter what.
Absolutely.
So I just want to ask you one other question, which has to do with distribution channels, because when you're spreading out internationally, you're going to have to take into account a lot of various distribution channels through which you can market your new product or your new offering. So how do you approach that, and what do you think are some of the challenges and also just some of the pieces of advice that you might offer in approaching that? How do you market through email versus mobile versus, all these different channels?
So that is a tricky question. It's a good question. We use all of the traditional marketing channels. I think what most viewers would consider the traditional marketing channels. Search engine optimization and SEO and natural search engine marketing, paid search, affiliate channels, email marketing, various other forms of retention marketing. What we've been successful with doing at Zazzle is managing all of those various channels for all of our different international domains from our home office in Redwood City, California. And we rely heavily on the expertise and experience, knowledge that we've gained through our experiences with those channels here in the United States with our Zazzle.com site. As we grow and further mature those different international websites, there are opportunities that become very apparent that may require us, almost certainly will require us to make further investments in those different channels. But just by way of a specific example, we operate affiliate channels. We're members of affiliate networks in different countries, and we try to be with the biggest and best affiliate network in each of the foreign markets that we operate in. An affiliate network in the United States is quite different and quite distinct from an affiliate network in the UK, and same thing for anyone in Germany or Australia. They're independent operators, but we still manage each of those systems from our home office in Redwood City, which I think some people find surprising, that we don't have a localized marketing and sales support structure around the globe. We've remained very lean with our structure.
Do you think that's a direction you might take eventually as you grow, that you might kind of station people in different areas?
Certainly, I think that it will be a requirement to continue to grow as quickly as we've been growing.
Right.
We will. The sites demand it.
Right. Do you have to do a lot of research and kind of study how people are using the different distribution channels in different regions?
Absolutely.
And how have you done that? I mean, have you dedicated teams of people to say, here you go, you need to learn everything there is to know about people using email in Australia?
Yes, absolutely. Each of our different foreign domains, each market has its own country manager who is responsible for looking at the data, looking at the analytics, the user behavior, the different metrics that come in on all of our different channels, and we study it relentlessly. And then those country managers then turn around and work with the channel managers to make adjustments and capitalize on opportunities or pursue interesting opportunities. So yes, we are constantly looking at lots and lots of data all the time, looking for new opportunities.
Well, that's great. Zazzle.com is a great website. I remember I used to go to the mall and see those little booths where you'd make a mug, and I always thought it was so lame, but for some reason Zazzle just made it so cool.
Exactly. Put it on the web. It's on your doorstep 2 days later. It's perfect.
You guys have done a great job at that. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very
we
much,
really
Kelly.
look forward to hearing your presentation.
Yes, looking forward to it myself.
All right, thanks.
Take care, and thank you very much.
All right.